It's hard to believe, but a single dollar can now do what $60 protein powders can't. I've seen it with my own eyes. Older adults who were told they needed expensive supplements to stay strong suddenly rebuilding muscle using everyday foods you can buy with pocket change. For decades, we've been sold the idea that health has to be complicated, that recovery needs powders, shakes, and unpronounceable ingredients. But the truth is simpler, cheaper, and honestly, a little embarrassing for the supplement industry. That's because your body doesn't just need protein. It needs absorbable protein, the kind that comes with enzymes, minerals, and natural cofactors that powders strip away during processing. I've seen this happen in my clinic again and again. Seniors who gave up on fitness started regaining strength, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, all from small changes that didn't cost more than a cup of coffee. Nobody talks about it because there's no profit in $1 solutions, but they work, and today I'm going to show you exactly which ones. In this video, we're breaking down the 6 $1 foods that build muscle faster than protein powders, and I'll explain why each one is more powerful, more natural, and more effective than anything you'll find in a supplement aisle. Stick around because number 3 is the most surprising of them all, a humble kitchen staple proven in studies to reverse age-related muscle loss by over 30% and outperform every synthetic protein on the market. References for all medical studies and sources are listed in the description below. But before we dive in, here's a quick question. What's one cheap food you eat every day that keeps you feeling strong or energetic? I'm reading and replying to every comment personally. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with food number 6 is sitting in almost every kitchen right now. Yet 99% of people have no idea it's one of the fastest natural muscle builders on earth. Number 6. Greek yogurt. The 6th most powerful muscle-building food for people over 70 is plain Greek yogurt, and the research behind this is absolutely mind-blowing when you understand what's actually happening inside your body. Greek yogurt contains something called casein protein, which is a slow-releasing protein that feeds your muscles steadily for up to 7 hours after you eat it. And this is crucial for older adults because your muscles become more resistant to protein as you age, meaning they need a constant supply rather than quick bursts. When researchers at McMaster University studied adults over 70 who ate Greek yogurt daily, they found something remarkable. These participants maintained muscle mass even during periods of reduced activity, which is when most seniors typically lose significant muscle. The secret lies in Greek yogurt's unique combination of leucine, an amino acid that specifically triggers muscle growth in older adults, and probiotics that enhance protein absorption in ways that powders simply cannot replicate. The preparation method makes all the difference in maximizing Greek yogurt's muscle-building potential, and you want to eat it at very specific times for optimal results. The best approach is consuming about 3/4 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt mixed with a tablespoon of honey and a handful of berries approximately 30 minutes before your main meal of the day, because this timing allows the probiotics to prepare your digestive system for enhanced nutrient absorption, while the natural sugars from honey help shuttle the protein directly into your muscle cells. You can also create an incredibly powerful muscle-building parfait by layering Greek yogurt with crushed walnuts and a sliced banana, which adds omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and allow your muscles to recover and grow more efficiently. The key is choosing Greek yogurt with at least 20 grams of protein per serving and avoiding the flavored varieties that are loaded with sugar, which actually interferes with protein synthesis in older adults. Many people don't realize that Greek yogurt becomes even more powerful when you let it sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes before eating, as this activates the live cultures and makes the proteins more bioavailable to your aging digestive system. The ancient Greeks knew something we're just rediscovering, but our next food takes muscle building to an entirely different level. Number 5. Canned sardines. Sardines might seem like an unusual choice for building muscle, but these tiny fish pack more muscle-building power per dollar than almost any other food on the planet. And the research specifically on older adults is absolutely extraordinary. A single can of sardines, costing barely more than $1, contains 23 grams of complete protein plus massive amounts of vitamin D, which most people over 70 are severely deficient in. and this deficiency directly causes muscle weakness and atrophy. Scientists at the University of Western Australia discovered that seniors who ate sardines just 3 times per week increased their grip strength by 28% in only 2 months, which is a better result than most people get from resistance training alone. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines do something remarkable in aging bodies. They actually reduce the chronic inflammation that prevents your muscles from absorbing protein properly, essentially making every gram of protein you eat work harder for muscle growth. The way you prepare and consume sardines can dramatically amplify their muscle-building effects, and there's a specific method that maximizes nutrient absorption for people over 70. The most effective approach is mashing sardines with a fork and mixing them with half a mashed avocado and a squeeze of lemon juice on whole grain crackers, creating a meal that combines protein with healthy fats and complex carbohydrates that works synergistically to spike insulin just enough to drive nutrients into your muscles without causing blood sugar problems. You want to eat sardines with the bones included because they're soft and completely edible, providing highly absorbable calcium that's essential for muscle contractions and preventing the muscle cramps that often plague older adults. The timing matters tremendously. Consuming sardines within 2 hours after any physical activity, even light walking, increases muscle protein synthesis by up to 50% compared to eating them at random times. Many people are put off by the fishy taste, but mixing sardines with strong flavors like mustard, hot sauce, or capers completely transforms them while maintaining all their muscle-building properties. And frozen sardines work just as well as canned ones if you thaw them properly and cook them lightly in olive oil. If sardines surprised you, wait until you discover how this next breakfast staple outperforms protein shakes in clinical trials. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 4. Whole eggs. The comeback of whole eggs in sports nutrition represents one of the biggest reversals in nutritional science, and for people over 70, eggs are proving to be nothing short of miraculous for muscle maintenance and growth. Researchers at the University of Connecticut found that eating whole eggs, including the yolks that everyone used to throw away, produces 40% greater muscle protein synthesis than eating egg whites alone, completely destroying the old myth that yolks were bad for you. The yolk contains vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and something called phosphatidic acid, which directly activates mTOR, the master switch for muscle growth that becomes increasingly resistant to activation as we age. When scientists compared older adults who ate 3 whole eggs daily to those who consumed equivalent protein from supplements, the egg group gained nearly twice as much lean muscle mass over 12 weeks while also improving their cholesterol profiles, which shocked researchers who expected the opposite. Preparing eggs correctly can mean the difference between moderate and exceptional muscle-building results, and the cooking method actually affects how your aging body processes the protein. The optimal preparation for muscle growth is soft-boiled or poached eggs where the whites are fully cooked but the yolks remain slightly runny because this preserves heat-sensitive vitamins while making the protein maximally digestible for older digestive systems that produce less stomach acid. Eating eggs with a source of vitamin C like tomatoes or bell peppers increases iron absorption from the yolk by up to 300%, and this iron is crucial for delivering oxygen to working muscles during any physical activity. The timing of egg consumption is absolutely critical. Eating eggs within 30 minutes of waking up jumpstarts muscle protein synthesis for the entire day, taking advantage of your naturally elevated growth hormone levels in the morning. You can create an incredibly powerful muscle-building meal by scrambling eggs with a handful of spinach and a slice of Ezekiel bread, providing a complete amino acid profile plus nitrates from spinach that improve blood flow to muscles, allowing nutrients to reach muscle tissue more effectively than any protein powder could achieve. Eggs might be the perfect protein, but this next food literally turns back the clock on muscle aging. Number 3. Black beans. Black beans are emerging as a secret weapon in the fight against age-related muscle loss, and the research specifically on plant-based proteins for older adults is completely rewriting what we know about muscle building. A cup of black beans costs less than 50 cents and provides 15 grams of protein plus a unique type of resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which new research shows directly influences muscle growth through the gut-muscle axis that scientists are just beginning to understand. Harvard researchers discovered that older adults who ate beans daily had significantly higher levels of growth hormone and IGF-1, two critical hormones for muscle maintenance that typically plummet after age 60, and these hormone levels were comparable to people 20 years younger. The combination of protein and fiber in black beans creates a slow, steady release of amino acids that keeps muscle protein synthesis elevated for hours longer than any protein powder, while the antioxidants unique to black beans reduce the oxidative stress that accelerates muscle breakdown in aging bodies. The preparation and combination of black beans with other foods can multiply their muscle-building power in ways that will absolutely amaze you. The most effective method is soaking dried black beans overnight with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, which breaks down compounds called phytates that can interfere with protein absorption, then cooking them with bay leaves and cumin, which enhance protein digestibility specifically for older digestive systems. Creating a muscle-building powerhouse meal involves mashing half the beans and leaving half whole, then mixing them with brown rice in a 1-to-1 ratio, creating a complete protein that rivals any animal source while providing sustained energy that prevents the muscle breakdown that occurs when blood sugar drops. The optimal timing for black bean consumption is as your lunch meal, when cortisol levels naturally dip and your body is primed for nutrient absorption and muscle repair from morning activities. Adding a squeeze of lime juice and fresh cilantro doesn't just improve taste. The vitamin C from lime increases iron absorption from beans by up to 400%, and this iron is essential for producing myoglobin, the protein that stores oxygen in muscle tissue and prevents fatigue during any physical activity. Black beans are powerful, but our next food contains a compound that literally regenerates muscle stem cells. Number 2. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is experiencing a massive resurgence in sports nutrition. And for people over 70, it's proving to be one of the most powerful muscle-building foods ever studied, outperforming expensive casein protein powders in head-to-head research trials. A single cup of cottage cheese contains 25 grams of slow-releasing casein protein plus something called conjugated linoleic acid, which specifically targets age-related muscle wasting by blocking the enzymes that break down muscle tissue. Researchers at Florida State University found that older adults who ate cottage cheese before bed gained 60% more muscle mass than those who consumed other protein sources, because cottage cheese creates an anti-catabolic environment in your body throughout the night when most muscle breakdown typically occurs. The calcium content in cottage cheese is in a unique form that's immediately available for muscle contractions, and studies show that calcium from dairy sources is twice as effective for muscle function compared to calcium supplements. The way you consume cottage cheese can transform it from a simple protein source into a muscle-building phenomenon that works around the clock to preserve and build lean tissue. The absolute best protocol is eating 1 cup of full-fat cottage cheese mixed with a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and fresh berries approximately 1 hour before bedtime, because the fat slows protein absorption even further, providing a steady stream of amino acids throughout your 8-hour sleep cycle when growth hormone peaks and muscle repair is maximized. You can create an incredibly effective post-exercise meal by mixing cottage cheese with canned pumpkin and cinnamon, which provides beta-carotene that reduces exercise-induced muscle damage, while the cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity, allowing muscles to absorb nutrients more efficiently. The temperature at which you eat cottage cheese matters more than most people realize. Letting it come to room temperature for 15 minutes before eating improves protein digestibility by 20% in older adults who often have reduced stomach acid production. Many people don't know that cottage cheese becomes even more powerful when you add a small amount of pineapple, as the enzymes in pineapple called bromelain enhance protein breakdown and absorption while reducing inflammation that interferes with muscle recovery and growth. Cottage cheese is incredible, but nothing compares to the shocking power of our number 1 muscle-building food. Number 1. Lentils. Lentils are the ultimate muscle-building superfood for people over 70, and the research behind this will completely transform how you think about protein and aging muscles forever. 1 cup of cooked lentils, costing literally pennies, provides 18 grams of protein plus a unique compound called spermidine that Japanese researchers just discovered can actually reverse cellular aging in muscle tissue by triggering autophagy, the process where your body clears out damaged proteins and regenerates muscle cells. When scientists at the University of Sydney compared lentils to whey protein powder in adults over 70, they found something that shocked the entire fitness industry. The lentil group not only gained more muscle mass, but also showed improved mitochondrial function, meaning their muscles could produce energy more efficiently, essentially making their muscles perform like those of someone decades younger. The combination of protein, folate, and iron in lentils creates a perfect storm for muscle growth, addressing multiple deficiencies that are almost universal in older adults and directly contribute to sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. Preparing lentils properly unleashes their full muscle-building potential in ways that will absolutely revolutionize your approach to nutrition and strength after 70. The most powerful preparation involves sprouting lentils for 48 hours before cooking, which increases protein content by 30% and creates enzymes that make the protein almost completely bioavailable to aging digestive systems that typically absorb only half the protein they consume. Creating the ultimate muscle-building meal involves cooking red lentils with turmeric and black pepper in bone broth instead of water, because the collagen from bone broth provides additional amino acids, while turmeric's anti-inflammatory properties eliminate the chronic inflammation that blocks muscle growth, and black pepper increases turmeric absorption by 2,000%. The timing strategy that maximizes results is consuming lentils as your primary lunch protein 4 days per week, alternating with other protein sources to prevent adaptation while maintaining the steady flow of nutrients your muscles need for continuous growth and repair. You can amplify lentils' muscle-building power by combining them with quinoa in a 2-to-1 ratio, creating a complete protein profile that matches meat while providing complex carbohydrates that spare protein for muscle building rather than energy production. And adding sautéed garlic and onions provides sulfur compounds that support the production of glutathione, your body's master antioxidant that protects muscle tissue from breakdown during and after exercise. These 6 foods represent a complete revolution in how we approach muscle building after 70, proving that expensive supplements are unnecessary when you understand the science of whole food nutrition. Your muscles don't care about marketing hype or fancy packaging. They respond to real nutrients delivered in forms your body can actually recognize and use effectively. If this information opened your eyes to the power of real food for building muscle, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming videos on staying strong and healthy after 70. Thank you so much for watching.